Have you ever wondered how the gaming industry in India evolved to what it is today? Well, let's take a trip back in time. Our journey begins in the mid-90s, when video gaming was still a novelty in India. The first taste of digital entertainment came in the form of arcade games, with classics like Pac-Man and Space Invaders making their way into local gaming parlors. These coin-operated machines were the first introduction to the world of video games for many Indians. As we moved into the new millennium, console gaming began to gain popularity. The likes of Nintendo Entertainment System and Sega Genesis, with their iconic titles like Super Mario Bros. And Sonic the Hedgehog, started finding their place in Indian households. But it wasn't just international trends that were influencing the Indian gaming scene. India had its own share of homegrown games that were making waves. Remember the thrill of playing Dave on your Windows 98? The gaming community in India at this point was still in its embryonic stage. It was a niche, cult-like following, with gamers often being perceived as outliers. But this didn't deter the enthusiasts. Instead, it fostered a sense of camaraderie, a shared passion that brought them together. Slowly but surely, this community started to grow, setting the groundwork for what was to come. The internet boom of the early 2000s was a game changer, quite literally. It introduced Indians to the world of online gaming and multiplayer platforms. This was a turning point, transforming gaming from a solitary pastime to a social activity. Gamers could now connect with each other, compete, collaborate, and share their experiences. This was when gaming started to gain mainstream acceptance in India. So, from the humble beginnings of arcade games to the advent of online gaming, the journey of the gaming industry in India has been a fascinating one. It's a story of passion, perseverance, and the power of a shared love for gaming. That was the dawn of gaming in India, a humble beginning setting the stage for a revolutionary change. But how did we transition from board games and arcades to the digital realm? Well, let's take a step back in time and explore this exciting journey. In the early 90s, the advent of personal computers in Indian households marked the beginning of the digital gaming era. These weren't the high-powered gaming rigs we know today, but they definitely paved the way. Games like Prince of Persia and Road Rash became the talk of the town, providing a stark contrast to the traditional board games and outdoor sports. As we moved forward, the mid-90s and early 2000s saw the rise of gaming consoles. The likes of Nintendo, Sega, and PlayStation started making their way into Indian homes, sparking a new wave of enthusiasm among young gamers. Iconic games such as Mario, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Crash Bandicoot were not just games. They became part of our childhood, an integral part of our culture. Parallel to this, the rise of internet cafes in urban India played a significant role in popularizing digital gaming. They became the meeting points for gamers, the battlegrounds for multiplayer games. They were the places where many of us experienced our first Counter-Strike match or Age of Empires campaign. As the years rolled on, the popularity of digital gaming continued to soar. The early digital games had laid a strong foundation, and the gaming community was growing at an unprecedented pace. More and more people started to embrace gaming as a form of entertainment, and for some, it even became a profession. The leap into digital wasn't just a change in the way we played games, it was a revolution. It changed our perception of gaming, turning it from a simple pastime into a cultural phenomenon. And this was just the beginning. This digital revolution marked the beginning of a new era in Indian gaming, one that was to see exponential growth in the coming years. So, buckle up as we delve deeper into this fascinating journey in the next scenes. What brought gaming into the palms of every Indian? If you're asking this question, then you're probably unaware of the mobile gaming revolution that swept across India. The answer lies in a perfect storm of affordable smartphones, cheap data plans, and a slew of engaging mobile gaming apps. Mobile phones, once considered a luxury, are now a staple in every Indian household. The influx of affordable smartphones flooded the market, making technology accessible to the masses. From the bustling cities to the remote villages, smartphones are now as common as a cup of chai. But what's a smartphone without data? Enter the era of affordable data plans. The introduction of cheap data by telecom giants revolutionized the way we consume content. Suddenly, the internet was no longer a luxury but a daily necessity. And with this newfound internet access, the doors to the digital world swung wide open. Now let's talk about the real game changers, the mobile gaming apps. The convenience of mobile gaming is undeniable. With a smartphone in your pocket, you can game anytime, anywhere. The popularity of mobile gaming apps skyrocketed, with games like Candy Crush, Clash of Clans, and PUBG becoming household names. These games, with their engaging gameplay and social features, hooked millions of Indians, transforming them from casual users into avid gamers. The mobile gaming revolution did more than just bring games to our fingertips. It democratized gaming, breaking down barriers of class and geography. It created a shared digital space where anyone, regardless of their background, could participate and engage. But perhaps the most profound impact of the mobile gaming revolution is the opportunities it opened up. The gaming industry in India is booming, with new game developers emerging and established ones expanding their reach. The mobile revolution not only made gaming accessible, but also opened doors to a whole new world of opportunities. But who were the people behind these games that captured the imagination of millions? In the early days, India was just a consumer of games, but the landscape has since shifted dramatically. The rise of the Indian game developer is a fascinating tale of innovation, ingenuity, and sheer determination. The success story of Indian gaming companies is indeed a testament to this shift. Take, for example, Nazara Technologies, a leading mobile games company that has expanded its footprint across emerging markets worldwide. Their popular games like Chota Bheem and Motu Patlu have not only entertained millions of gamers but have also put India on the global gaming map. Then there's 99 Games, the creators of the popular game Star Chef, which has been downloaded millions of times and has a strong international following. This company's success is a clear indicator of the talent and creativity that resides within our borders. But it's not just about big companies. The rise of indie game developers has also been a game changer. These small teams, sometimes even individuals, have made significant contributions to the gaming industry. Take, for instance, the acclaimed game Raji, an ancient epic. Developed by a small team at Notting Heads Games, this action-adventure game beautifully captures Indian mythology and culture, and has been celebrated worldwide for its unique storytelling and stunning visuals. Then there's Asura, a hack-and-slash game inspired by Indian mythology, developed by Ogrehead Studio. This game has received international acclaim, further establishing India's position in the global gaming industry. These developers and their games have not only entertained millions, but have also inspired a new generation of Indian game developers. They've shown that with creativity, passion, and hard work, it's possible to create games that can compete with the best in the world, and that Indian stories and themes have a place in the global gaming scene. The rise of Indian developers signified a shift in the gaming industry from consumers to creators. So where is the gaming industry in India headed now? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? As we venture into the future, the gaming landscape in India seems to be brimming with exciting possibilities and challenges alike. A key technology that's set to revolutionize gaming is virtual reality, or VR. This technology has been around for a while, but it's only now that we are beginning to scratch the surface of its potential. Imagine battling dragons in a fantasy world or scoring the winning goal in a packed football stadium, all from the comfort of your living room. That's the power of VR. And with companies like Microsoft and Sony pouring resources into VR, the dream of truly immersive gaming could soon be a reality in India. Augmented reality, or AR, is another technology that's poised to reshape the Indian gaming industry. By overlaying digital elements onto the real world, Arkansas Games offer a unique gaming experience. Think Pokemon Go, but on steroids. As smartphones become more powerful and AR technology more sophisticated, we could see a whole new breed of AR games emerging from India. Esports is another frontier that holds tremendous potential for the Indian gaming industry. Competitive gaming is already a multi-billion-dollar global industry, and India is rapidly catching up. With esports set to be included in the Asian Games in 2026, the stage is set for Indian gamers to make their mark on the global stage. But the journey ahead is not without its challenges. Issues like poor internet connectivity in rural areas, and the lack of awareness about gaming as a viable career option are obstacles that need to be overcome. However, with the government's push towards Digital India and the growing acceptance of gaming in mainstream culture, these challenges can be turned into opportunities. The future of gaming in India is full of possibilities, and it's a journey we are all excited to be a part of.